Hi guys, this is a review on Daredevil Season 2. Actually divided the whole series up over the weekends into like 4 episodes a day. In fact, I sort of started on Saturday. I was going to start on Friday, but obviously I went out. You know, I don't know what to say about this series. I was sort of in and out with it. I mean, it was intense viewing, it was good, but I did get sort of bored in parts. Do you know what I mean? I felt, I don't know, I just felt there were a lot of things going on and they weren't really like a focus. I don't know, it's how I feel about it. I mean, it was superb viewing, don't get me wrong. I was extremely interested in the whole series and the hints as well at the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which were there was quite a lot of hints. Where do we start the story? Well, the story's still ongoing, really, isn't it? I mean, we never really got to find out what Black Sky. We knew it was a lecture, but what is she going to do? You know, and it was running about Foggy, Nelson and Karen. There was a bit of a big thing. They ended up folding. The lawyer company went. Matt dehumanised himself from people he cared about. Stick turned up his old mentor. He was there with the game The War and The Hand, which I remember, the old Frank Miller graphic novel, which was superb, with Stick and the rest of it. I mean, I think it started off really cool, and then it just sort of like, I mean, I like the first episode, really enjoyed it, and then we got Frank Castle. I've got to admit, most of my focus was actually on Frank Castle. I do hope we do get a Punisher series. I really do. After 3 movies from Dolph. Well, the last one wasn't too bad, but we won't talk about the Dolph Lundgren one, even though I do own it, and in a way it is a bit of a weird cult classic. But let's go on to the new dude. I thought he played Frank Castle superb. I mean, the guy was a killing machine. And I mean, he was brutal. When the Punisher turned up in the comics years ago in Spider-Man for the first time, he used mercy bullets and stuff. But I mean, after reading Punisher Max and Warzone, the other stuff over the years, I mean, the man is psycho, and he truly is a killing machine. But he has this weird code of honour, as I were on about other characters in another video the other day. I liked his relationship with Karen. What he developed with it was quite interesting, and his background origins. I would have thought he would have been a detective actually still, but obviously not. Ends up his commander. He's corrupt, and he was the blacksmith. And I just think they could have gone a lot more with him. They could have focused on more of the sort of conspiracy with him, with Reyes and all that, because she was trying to cover her own house, which I did sort of quite like that about when his family got killed in the shootout between the 3 gangs and the blacksmith, who didn't turn up, and it was really interesting stuff. But watching him develop as a character, because Karen Page managed to touch his humanity, which I sort of found interesting. And he went a bit beyond it. But as we went along and he finally got to the blacksmith after, I mean, a bloodbath of non-stop. I loved it when he went to prison and met the Kingpin. I mean, I sort of perked up when the Kingpin came into it. That was it. I was more interested in him than Nobu and all the other stuff. The minute the Kingpin, I just sort of, that's it, well, he should be in this series, How he took over that prison, and he got the Punisher out of there to basically, he knew he'd slaughter everybody in New York, and he could just come back and take over. But he thinks long term. I was really fascinated. I loved it when Murdoch met the Kingpin, and when he said, I'll stop Vanessa and come back into the country, and he just kicked off and lost the plot. But Murdoch was setting him up because he knew he took over that prison, he knew he'd done what he'd done. The whole Stick Elektra thing, I liked it when Elektra turned up, and then it started, I don't know, for a couple of episodes, sort of lost touch with it a bit, got a bit bored actually. And then it picked up on the sort of final episodes. It was interesting. It was a shame about the lawyer. I would hoping the lawyer thing would stay together, I've got to admit, I really like Karen Page's character, how she became an investigative journalist pretty quick. Handy that. But she was good at it and she really did dig. And it's a shame really, because I did like the atmosphere of the lawyers. The nurse, I mean, what were going on in the hospital, the donations and feed, and they were the kidnapped people were storing like stuff inside the blood. Never really explained. I know it was going somewhere. Yeah, even with the hand about bringing them back from the dead, like Noble kept, you know, dying, they'd come back. So you couldn't kill these people. It never really got any more unless we're going to move to another scene, because there's something behind them, obviously. So that's not over, that's an open story. Black Sky would have been more interesting. We know Electra's going to return. Obviously, she's going to re-awake. It's going to become interesting there. I like seeing Madame Gao again. But then again, interest started waning. I thought for the final episode it was alright, but it was all a bit too much. Over the top with it. It should have been more focused. This series, trust me, I really did enjoy it. I'm not knocking it. I'm looking forward to season 3, because I think season 3 they put a lot into this, and it's only 13 episodes. I think they put too much in. But I'm going to give this 8 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10. It was enjoyable. But like the first season, when I watched it, I couldn't turn it off. I watched all 13 episodes in one night. Do you know what I mean? Couldn't go to bed, I was that into it. But they just didn't grab me this time. I watched it in stages, so that says quite a lot. There were quite a lot of hints to the Marvel MCU universe, which were interesting. I like the Punisher, when he went back to Colonel's house and he found that disc saying Micro, the Punisher's man for technology and weapons. That was interesting. Is Melvin going to become the Gladiator? You know, I loved the Billy Club. I mean, there was stuff like that, because I wondered when Daredevil were going to start swinging from building to building. And, you know, when that came in, that's good. So we moved on. I mean, some great hints. Loved it in The Office, where Karen was, the Battle of New York, the Battle of Harlem, or, you know, Cybertech, where Deathlock were created. All these little Easter eggs, and I loved that. And then we saw, is it Og or Hug, from Jessica Jones, that dodgy lawyer. She turned up in it towards the end, and I loved that connection, because the nurse, she says, I know other people, like, you know, with complexities. So obviously, you know, the Luke Cage, Jessica Jones thing, even her name were dropped. I sort of liked all that, so obviously we're going to be building some form of crossover between the street level heroes, which is going to be interesting. But I've always found Daredevil has always been able to punch above his weight, do you know what I mean? But yet again, we are growing with the character. I mean, personally, Daredevil is not one of my all-time favourite superheroes. I mean, I like the Frank Miller run on it back a few years back. Sort of enjoyed it. Before that, I was in and out. I liked him in team-ups and stuff. But it was interesting stuff. But it wasn't, again, I'm going to say this again, it wasn't the first season. You know what I mean? I felt that nothing was truly completed in the final episode, really. It was sort of left open. I mean, I like what Stick did to him when Nobu woke up, and fucking Stick just, you know, came in and just rammed him. Do you know what I mean? With swords and that, and said, not this time, you're going to stay down, and that's it, just chopped his fucking head off, which, that was pretty cool. And then we get like the nice moments at the end where, you know, life goes on, people are picking up the pieces. For me, then, you know, we got the sort of, he meets Karen at the office. Do you know what I mean? And he tells, he will get the Iron Man moment. I am Daredevil. You know, I think she knew anyway when they were in that building. I've got to admit, when the Punisher, we were in that shed and there were all that advanced weaponry, you saw the tap vest, looked like a skull, and he started wearing it, and just at the end you see him with the, you know, the mark. I mean, he'd found his destiny. He was going to become a fucking killer machine. He was going to kill every criminal outlet. It don't matter. I mean, I hope we get a series with the Punisher. I mean, I think you could take this on. It's amazing, isn't it? Because of the 3 Punisher movies, I mean, the last 2, I know they were more modern. Did quite like the one with Travolta in it. It was quite good. It was outrageous, but it was quite good. But this time round, they've sort of they got it right. It's amazing how the Punisher was made so right in the TV series, and you got the intensity of his backstory, you know, and how he become the Punisher. You got the final scene where you saw him as the Punisher. I hope that comes into something. Do you know what I mean? Elektra, like I said, on and off with Elektra, she's beautiful. I found, put it this way, this series blew the film out. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how the film years ago could bollocks it all up and get it all wrong. Do you know what I mean? You know, so I'm going to sort of move on from this now. I mean, I'm going to give it 8.5 out of 10. You know what I mean? I don't know if I could sit through it all again. It'd be a while. The first season I could. I want the Kingpin back. I want Bullseye in it. I don't know. Like I said, over the years I've jumped in and out with Daredevil. I did prefer Jessica Jones. But for me, at the end, you got the wonderful trait of Luke Cage. Big power man, Iron Fist fan. It's going to be interesting where all this is going to go. But I trust me, guys, I have enjoyed watching Daredevil. I really did enjoy it. But, you know, it's second season. It just after last season, it was just amazing. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to stick with this. Look forward to the first season. They've done a great job. That's it, really. I don't want to release too many spoilers because it's just come out on Netflix, and you know that's my thing on it. You know, for Daredevil. So that's my review. Please enjoy it. Let me know what you think about it, and I'll see you on the next video, guys. Please share and subscribe. See you soon. Not long till Luke Cage, Superman, Batman, Thursday for me. Do you know what I mean? Civil War, X-Men. Oh God, this year could just really go on. Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and there's others. Doctor Strange. Oh, I'm not gonna. Honestly, I could talk about it all night, guys. Have a great Monday. Speak soon.